So the question is, why does a prop firm fail? Now we're seeing lots of prop firms going down in the recent months, and the answer is there's only one sole reason. The only reason you can possibly go under is if you run out of cash reserves to pay your traders. There's no other reason that you would go under, because as long as you can pay your traders, you can still continue to have the reputation of being a firm that can pay out and an honorable firm and somebody who keeps their promise. So the second you start failing to make payouts is when you're going to start getting a reputation of a firm that loses on some payouts, and it's going to start snowballing, and you're going to have less clients coming onto your firm, you're going to get less revenue, and then you're going to have to keep paying those previous clients that you already had on your firm. So you have all of these expenses that are stacked up, and you've been building this company up, but now your income is slowing down. Now, this is only a problem if you operate as a growth-only based firm. I've talked about this a lot in the past, and growth-only based firms are essentially Ponzi schemes. How that works is basically they're operating on the basis that they need to continue to grow or continue to make at least the same amount of income to continue paying their previous month's traders, because their margins are zero. Everything that they make, they spend, whether it's on the traders, on their tech, on their brokers, or on their staff. Everything gets spent every single month. And this is why firms are failing, is because they've not planned for the future. Now, how a firm should work is, first of all, you should have very, very good data. Maven prides itself on having the best data in the industry. I know for sure how much each trader is going to cost me when they come on the firm. Now, what we do when I'm saying that is we operate on the basis that we will never make money on the A-book. The A-book is not a reliable source of income for a day-to-day basis. It's good to mitigate risk or to make profits in the future. A-book is not a way to operate, okay? That's make that very, very clear. Any firm telling you they're making majority of their income through the A-book, they're lying to you and they're wrong, or they're delusional, okay? So Maven prides itself very, very well on our data. We know how much everything's gonna cost us. So we can say that we have a certain percentage of our revenue goes into our traders in payouts, and then we have other expenses as well. Now, we've also allocated a certain percentage that goes into a vault, and every single week this vault is growing, right? Now, you might be asking yourself, how big does that vault need to be? I'm really curious, how big is a vault to make sure it's safe? For a hyperbole here, let's say a vault is $1 million and I'm paying out traders $100,000 per month. Well, I've got 10 months of buffer room just in case I have no income. Now, the way that I've gone about this to make it super, super stable throughout time, because we don't know how much revenue we're going to be increasing by, and we don't know how much our traders are going to be trading to make different variable amounts of money, right? So if we had $1 million vault, that might be safe for us for the next few months, but if our revenue goes up, that means our payouts go out, and also, let's say some of our traders have really good months. So now that $1 million is now not very useful if we grow as a firm. So how do I keep that vault rate as an equal variable to the income and the traders? I'll tell you how. Maven might be the only one that does this, because I've never heard anybody talk about this before. So how does Maven's vault work? So our data is so good, I can tell you the exact amount of money on average each trader will make depending on which phase they are in. Remember, this is an average, okay? Because we have 15,000 orders per month. We have an insane volume, so our averages are extremely accurate. There's not many other firms that are this accurate with their data as Maven. I can tell you the total amount that I'm gonna have to spend on average for the life cycle of every single trader on our platform. So let's say we made 0 sales. I know that those traders' lifespan is going to expire eventually. We have to assume that everyone will breach eventually. Some people will make 10 payouts before they breach and then they try again, right? And these are the really, really good traders that you would ultimately want to A-book. Some traders will make 1 payout, 2 payouts, and then breach, but we know how many payouts each trader gets on average, what percentage. We know how long they stay on. We know what percentage of profit they make. We know what percentage of traders pass the challenge. So when you aggregate all of our data, we now have this one final number. And let's say that that number is $1 million now, okay? And that is the average amount that every trader will get over the course of a lifestyle. If we stop making sales tomorrow, we still need to pay out all of those traders. what we then do is we double or triple that money. And that's when we're in a safe point. So if I need to pay out $1 million to all of the traders on the platform currently over the course of the next, 3-4 months, then I know I need probably $2 million to cover any buffer room for those traders. And then I need another $1 million to pay my staff, to pay my broker fees, my tech fees, right? So $3 million would be the number I'd be shooting for as a safe buffer zone. Maven is in a position right now that is very, very healthy. And I know that I could go for an extended period of time with zero revenue and continue to make payouts to the traders. I have zero doubt in my mind. We have that number healthy in our pockets right now, and it's continuing to grow. Now, what do we do after we've passed that 3 times amount? Well, we can continue to add to it a little bit for extra buffer, or we can use those expenses for development costs, bettering the program, easing the rules up for traders, and then become a healthier firm that people are going to enjoy and improve the product for everyone. Hopefully that clarifies things and shows you that Maven does have your back, and we have our data actually set up, unlike all of these other firms that are failing. Thanks, guys.